Hey, good morning, sis. Happy Grace Moments Monday. I hope you had an awesome holiday weekend. I'm super excited to be on to just share a word of encouragement. This is not the word that I was planning to share this morning, but I feel like maybe this is the one that someone needs to hear this morning. And the scripture comes from the book of Psalms, chapter 34, verse 6. And this is the True Passion Translation, one of my favorites. And it says this: When I had nothing, desperate and defeated, I cried out to the Lord, and he heard me, bringing his miracle deliverance when I needed it most. When I read the scripture this morning, I was reminded of all the ways that God brought his miracle deliverance when I needed it the most. I was reminded of every dark situation, every valley, every pit in which I was desperate and felt defeated, and I cried out to the Lord over and over again. I was reminded of the times when I felt like I couldn't even sense God's presence when he was far from me. Like Jesus, I questioned, Lord, why have you abandoned me? Why have you forsaken me in my darkest hour? I felt like I couldn't even hear God's voice. And if you know, that is a dark and lonely place to be. But this verse says, when I was desperate and defeated, I cried out to the Lord and he heard me. So sis, I don't know what you're facing today. I don't know what situation has been weighing heavy on your heart. I don't know what has been tormenting you. I don't know what thoughts keep you awake at night. I don't know what has just really been burdening your heart, but I want you to know today that God hears you. You may not sense his presence, but he hears your cry. You may not feel like he is answering you. You may feel like God has forgotten about you, but the Bible verse tells us today that when you cry out to God, he hears you. And that's a fact. And not only does he hear you, sis, but he is bringing his miracle deliverance in your life when you need it the most. I just want to be honest for a moment and share there are times in my life when I needed his miracle deliverance the most. There were times when we had to move and I didn't know where we were going to next. There were times when I was working part-time and I'm like, Lord, I need a full-time position and I don't know how it's going to happen. There were times, I don't know who that is, maybe a neighbor. Oops. Let's see, here we go. There are times when my heart was so heavy with the pain of my past and I didn't know how I was going to move forward. I didn't know if I could move forward. There were times when depression was so dark and so many did not know. And I'm like, Lord, how? And the Bible reminds us that his miracle deliverance found me. It found me in Maryland. It found me in my bedroom. It found me crying in my car in the parking lot at work. It found me on the job, in the bathroom, just trying to take a moment. It found me when the relationship was over and I wasn't sure if, how, when God could provide. It found me when I felt lonely and abandoned and rejected as a child. It found me. So sis, his love, his presence, his grace will find you when you need him the most. The Bible tells us when we cry out to him with our whole hearts, he will answer. I hope this blesses your heart today, just like it did for me this morning. God is answering. There's a song that says, even when I can't see it, you're working. You never stop working. And sis, I'm going to leave you on that note today. He never stops working. Even when you can't see him, even when you can't sense him, even when you can't feel him, even when your bank account is low, even when your kids are working your everlasting nerves, even when he never stops working, and God is working on your behalf. The good work that he began in your life, the good work that he began in your family, the good work that he began in your heart, he's going to complete it each and every moment, each and every day until Jesus Christ come back again. I love you. I'm praying for you, and I hope that you have a beautiful start of a new week. Talk to you soon.